Speaking of Derrick Henry, kind of switching over to our last topic. Obviously, Derrick Henry is a great football player.
Yeah.
Monken mentioned he would love if Derrick Henry ends up having 300 rushes this year. I was thinking about this like earlier today, maybe it was yesterday, and I was
Hmm.
like, Lamar Jackson lost 20 pounds in the last 2 years, or whatever it is, whatever the exact number is, like 15 pounds from last year. And people are like, he did that to get faster so he can run better. And I wouldn't disagree with that. But my thought is we have to look back at why Lamar Jackson gained weight in the first place. Because we talked about that as well. Because Lamar Jackson came into the league and then he put on a bunch of weight because people were like, dude, you're running so much. You have to bulk up because you're getting tackled all the time. And if you're getting
Yeah.
tackled all the time, you don't want to get injured based off of it. So Lamar Jackson bulked up. Now Lamar Jackson is slimming down significantly. Do you think this is maybe because he can rely on Derrick Henry to be the one running up the middle? Lamar Jackson doesn't have to do that anymore. So now when he's running less, he can focus on, I want to run better. And him running better, him running at his best, is him at 205. Do you think that's the case? Or is it more just, hey, it's better on my joints if I'm, 205 versus 230, which is what he said it was.
I definitely feel like the losing of the weight is was a personal decision, just for him to feel better on his feet, but also he got interviewed. I forgot what the question was. He's like, man, listen, I'm looking forward to the 22 show. Here you go. Hand it off. I'm handing off immediately to Derrick. So he said, I'm ready to be like a fan on the field, but seeing it up close and personal. So I definitely feel like he's more interested in Derrick Henry running the ball more when we get Kate Mitchell back. Doing his thing. Justice Hill, man, I can't believe that Justice Hill came alive, man. Last season was running north and south, but I definitely feel like this opportunity that Lamar is going to get, especially with the weight loss and him gaining his speed back, it's also going to give him a level of flexibility, and also he's more willing to make the broken up play type of runs and make something happen versus oh, hey, we're gonna run the RPO and I know 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna have to go up the middle. Nah, he's gonna feel more comfortable. Hey, listen, you about to get the ball because I'm not taking this no more. So we're all good. I mean, and granted, he don't want to get caught by no more linebackers. I'm totally with that. Especially if he break it on the outside. Nobody wants no 4-3 linebacker. Clipping him up by the ankles again, and we don't have him. We don't have him for the rest of the season. Knocking on wood early. I'm not trying to wish nothing bad on him. But I definitely feel like it was a personal decision. I feel like we saw that he was lighter on his feet when he's over Germany playing with the kids. I mean, he looks good. He looks like he's having fun. He looks like he's in shape. So I'm ready. I'm looking forward to seeing how that produces on the field.
Yeah, I think that Lamar Jackson, all you want from Lamar, right, is Lamar needs to be having fun. Lamar Jackson is not a quarterback like Tom Brady. I guess you could say it was a guy where Tom Brady, when you watched him, yeah, like he's having fun when they're winning, but you look at him on the sideline and he is locked in. Like Tom Brady is sitting there like with the Kobe Bryant stare, right? Where he is just he's looking through your soul. That's not what you want Lamar Jackson to be doing. You want Lamar Jackson looking at it like how we all were at the playground playing flag football or two-hand touch or tackle, whatever you guys played, whatever was allowed in your school or at the park on Saturday afternoon, whatever it be. Like when you aren't playing, what are you doing? You're not looking at the other sideline and staring at the defense just like, no, you're like talking to your buddy, right? You're laughing, you're cracking jokes. You're talking about how Zay Flowers was when he was talking about his touchdown, when he's like, man, I said, and he went, woo. And like that's how you're talking on the sideline. Like that's how this Ravens offense is talking on the sideline. That's what you want, right? This team isn't built off of the Belichick system, right? Brother of Jim, all he does is he builds culture. Like that's
Yeah.
what he does. And this Ravens culture is, yeah, we're gonna be crazy physical, but we're gonna have fun while you're doing it. Like there's nothing worse, I think, if you're a professional boxer, right? And you're fighting a guy, if he's smiling while he's kicking your ass,
Oh man.
there's probably nothing worse than that. Because you know they're like, you're that confident. Like, oh no. And Lamar Jackson, when he's playing and he's got that smile on his face, you're like, uh-oh. Like that's when the Niners are getting, 30 piece, in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of situation where that comes from. Like obviously when it's game on the line, Lamar Jackson's locking in and stuff like that. But throughout the season, you want Lamar having fun because Lamar having fun is the best version of Lamar Jackson. That's Lamar that's trying things that nobody's tried before, right? The stop on a dime jukes, the jumping throws, right? Like just massive plays. Like when you look at what the Ravens have done with Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson, I would bet 90% of his best career plays are when he is just sitting there having fun on the sideline. Now, games where he wasn't having fun, that like Colts comeback because the Ravens like couldn't do anything. But Lamar throws for like 400 yards in that game. And they come back, had like 4 incompletions. Like he was locked in that game. That was a let's sit up in the chair type Call of Duty moment. But
Yeah.
Fun Lamar is Fun Lamar, and Fun Lamar is Skinny Lamar. According to Lamar, like Lamar wants to enjoy himself. He's like, it's better on my joints. You don't want to be aching if you're playing like what you want to do. Like you want to be in the best version of what allows you to be your best. Because let's be honest, if the Ravens want to win the Super Bowl, Lamar has to be at his best.
I definitely agree with that, man. I mean, this is year 7 for Lamar Jackson. Dang. This is dang, yeah, okay. Yeah, we had Lamar for a long time. I mean, like you said, man, brother Jim, he brings in a culture, whether we like it or not. The culture, the guys love to play for him. We didn't had our disagreements about, brother Jim and some of his, antics and things of that nature. But, one thing for certain, 2 things for sure, every time a player leaves this organization or someone, has a type of relationship. Hell, I heard the relationship between him and Jamal Adams already. He made sure when he came in for his visit to come past and talk to John Harbaugh. So even though he does some things that's questionable, the people love him. The people love him, and Lamar, clearly there's a good relationship there. I don't know why sometimes, but hey, I'm on the outside looking in. But I definitely feel like with Lamar having fun and him being locked in, I feel like we saw something in Lamar that we all been waiting for, and I feel like with him having fun, with him being locked in, with him being a vet, and knowing that this is his team, we're gonna keep seeing him, rise as a leader. And I love his development from his off the field to his on the field abilities as well. Him talking to his wide receivers, him slapping the hell out of Ronnie Stanley, telling him where to block and things of that nature. Him putting his work in, him being a made man in regards of doing his own thing, being his own agent for his contract, running his own business, things of that nature. You don't see anybody doing it in any sports world outside of LeBron James the way Lamar Jackson is doing it. I mean, he really has honed his own skills and not trying to be owned by nobody else. I mean, granted, there's some people that feel like he does need an agent and he needs to be in more brand deals with Nike and Under Armour. Trust and believe somebody, for a representative from almost every brand, probably contacted him, but he's just doing his own thing, y'all.
He's got the home gym. Don't worry, guys, or the everything gym,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. Get yours today.
So it's definitely it's fun to see when our quarterback is having fun, because when your leader's having fun, everybody else gravitates around him and they come together. Odell just for the little bit of time that he was here, he gravitated very quickly with Lamar Jackson. Even when Odell signed, Lamar was his social media was very low, but he still came out and celebrated with Odell. So I mean, to have this type of guy in the locker room, to have these guys want to come out here and say, "Hey, listen, LJ, L Boogie, whatever they want to call him, did his thing. We gotta come out there, and play better for that man. That man gives it all. We gotta give it all too. So I love the camaraderie. I love what we're doing, and hopefully we can put it all together finally and go ahead and get us a championship.
Yeah, I think this Ravens team is going to go as far as Lamar can take them. And they're going to go as far as the energy and the camaraderie that they have is going to allow them to get to. And, I think Zach Rior is going to help with that. I think he's a huge locker room influence. Obviously, we have Roquan, we have Marlon, two vocal leaders. We also have Lamar, very good leader as well. Like this team's going to have to play well and play with a chip on their shoulder. But the benefit is, like when you look at Lamar Jackson and his last 4 years where he has played and made the postseason, he has gotten one game farther every time. Right? We go Lamar Jackson makes it to the wild card round, loses. Okay. Lamar Jackson gets the first round bye, plays the Titans in the divisional, loses. Lamar Jackson beats the Titans and then loses in the divisional round. So even though they got to the same distance, he at least won a game. And so it's like, okay, that beats the knock. Now, last year, AFC Championship game off of the first round bye, the Ravens have now made it here. Like, can they get that next step? Get to that Super Bowl? Because if you make it to the Super Bowl, you got a good chance of winning. You know why? Because damn well you're not playing Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. like you're not playing Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. You're not playing Justin Herbert in the Super Bowl. You are not playing a top 5 quarterback if you make it to the Super Bowl. Like that's how much better the AFC is than the NFC. Is if you look at the top 10 quarterbacks, there's maybe 3 NFC quarterbacks that make the top 10. The best is probably Hurts. Maybe Kyler, if you want to say that. Like Stafford's kind of in the conversation for top 10. Like it's not Kirk Cousins. So like you're in such a better spot than like AFC Championship game is almost like unless you play the Niners because the Niners are so well-rounded and so good. I almost feel like coming into this year, like, unless it's the Niners, the AFC Championship game is the Super Bowl. Because whoever's coming out of the AFC in the playoffs, it's almost always the better quarterback wins. And so the better quarterback's going to be coming out of the AFC, whether it's Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, it's an absurd amount, Rodgers, an absurd amount of great quarterbacks that we have. Stroud. It's rough. It's a rough life in the AFC.
Now, I mean, I know we're coming to the end, McConnell, but I do want to ask you one quick question. I know you probably did it. Your reaction of this year's schedule, guys. If y'all haven't checked out the reaction, make sure y'all do go back, check that out. Share it with your friends, family, whoever. Like it up and comment. We love all the support. But McConnell, I gotta know, man. We got 6 primetime games.
We have, I think, 5 primetime.
Okay.
But we have 7 nationally televised because we have 2, I think, on a Saturday, which are considered nationally televised because it's the only game on.
And these games are some strong matchups. Some guys that's been to the playoffs. Let me ask you, which game are you looking forward to? It could be multiple ones.
I'm not going to say week 1 just because we're already going to be super excited. It doesn't mean a lot. Like, it's fun to watch them get back out there. I'm going to say I'm most excited for Ravens Bills. I
Okay.
think those matchups have been so much fun. Um, like Lamar and Josh Allen, two special players. Like, I think that one's gonna be a lot of fun. And then whatever game the Ravens do in prime time, where we finally get to see the all black Derrick Henry uniform. Like that's the other game. Like, I cannot wait to see Derrick Henry in the Ravens blackout uniform, because that is gonna be sick. What about you?
So, man, listen. I'm looking at Week 13, a possible Super Bowl game.
Is that
If
Eagles?
everything, yeah,
Oh yeah.
if everything could fall into place for both teams, if both teams had both got a strong winning record, and they moved that game to a night game, end up pushing it back, listen, Baltimore gonna go crazy. Baltimore, Baltimore gonna go crazy for the simple fact that you got Jalen Hurts, you got Saquon Barkley, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Derrick Henry. Eagles, they do got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. We got a nice young strong wide receiver group on our hands too. Also, the Eagles, they got the Philly Bulldogs over there too. We just got some angry birds that play for the Ravens, man. So when I look at that team, I see how stacked they is. I see how stacked we are. I feel like that is a match made in heaven, because anything can happen. It's almost like watching the Timberwolves and the Mavs go at it. One wrong move, you're done. So I want to see how both coaching staff is go about it strategically. Do John Harbaugh have the cojones, in other words, to one up these guys and show them, like, hey, if y'all do make it to the Super Bowl, y'all do face us. This is what's going to be. This is what's going to happen, and we ain't gonna change. We ain't gonna change a damn thing if we run against y'all again. So I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure.
Yeah, also when we finally get to play Jim.
Oh man,
Jim versus brother of Jim. That'll be fun too.
Jim and Greg,
Jim and Greg and JK and Gus.
man,
Like,
the LA Ravens for sure.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That one will be fun as well. This is a fun schedule. Like, there's so many
Hell
fun
yeah.
games, fun teams that the Ravens are matching up against. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the NFC East is always entertaining games, right? You get to play. The Commanders suck, but
True that.
at least they're close. Like, it's close, so relatively, bit of a rivalry there in terms of proximity, you
Yeah.
could say. And then obviously Eagles and Cowboys, two very good teams. Giants suck, but you get to play the Giants. So
Yeah.
there's always one team that you don't care about playing, but Giants for them. But I think that's going to wrap it up, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more Ravens content. Joshua, do you want to hit us with the goodbye?
Man, listen, Trust the Bank family. We always love when y'all come in and give us all your support, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and comment on everything, And man, listen, summer is upon us. If the kids ain't already out of school, I know for here in Maryland, last day for public schools is the 14th. So get ready. Them kids need to get ready to go to summer camp again, because I know they're gonna get out the house. Y'all stay safe, man.